what we're getting then on the job is that confidence. The homeowner has the confidence that the company is there for them through that ambassador on the job site, so they don't feel all alone. The homeowner doesn't feel alone when the person who sold them the project isn't able to be there all the time.
That's exactly right. And in any human relationship, when someone starts losing confidence or losing trust in the other person, or in this case, the company, that's when they start really picking at stuff. And as I've seen over the years, and I know you've seen, that as soon as if there's a mistake on a job site, the client sees it, it's the first one, there's a couple of more, then they start looking, right? And so what you have to do is the lead carpenter can really help in terms of maintaining that trust and keeping that confidence going. I think just the fact that they see the same person on a daily basis, or they know that that person is watching out for their job. I've heard people say, it got so bad I didn't even know who was taking care of my job. A lead carpenter system run well, the client's not going to have that question. I know who's taking care of my job, it's my lead carpenter. And what we found over the years, the company that I worked for where we used this system, was that potential clients that were referred to us would call up on the phone and say, you know, we want you to do our work and we want Mike to be our lead carpenter, because that connection was there, and the client had said Mike is the guy to get.
Right, so Mike was that person that was providing the trust and the confidence and that communication connection between the project and the customer and the office, so that the homeowner could feel confident about what was going to happen, and even if they had any concerns, they had a person who was looking out for them.
Exactly, that's exactly right. Very, very critical that the clients feel that someone is taking care of them and watching out for them. And in this case, they will be, but the feelings that the client has are very, very important in this case.
What are the benefits to the remodeler in his business? What are the benefits of the Lead Carpenter system?
Well, run properly, one of the benefits is that the remodeler contractor can have what we'll call a ladder of opportunity for his guys within his company. And very much like the lead carpenter themselves has this opportunity for growth. Within the business, a well-run system, you can bring somebody in as a helper or a laborer even, and by having steps to move through, they learn the culture of the company, they learn how you communicate within that company, they learn how do I get along with this boss versus the one I had before. And by doing that, then the owner of the company knows they have somebody that they've brought up within the ranks. And so the learning curve at a lead carpenter level isn't as great. And so by running the system well, you have sort of built-in employees that can step into that very, very important role as a lead carpenter. So it helps the remodeler grow the business by growing people from within. It's much more difficult to do more work or grow the volume of the business by hiring people from outside. And so you can grow the business by this process of developing people from inside.
And you know, I found as I was growing my company was that as our lead carpenters grew in experience and expertise within the system, it freed up a lot of time for me as a business owner to do other things. I mean, are you seeing the same thing with the people you work with?
Oh, very definitely. And what's really amazing is that many, many remodelers are working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. They'll start at 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning even, and they'll still be at the office at 6 at night. And clearly demonstrated by yourself and some other people that have been using this system for years and years, remodelers have gotten to the point where they can come in at a reasonable time, come in after production starts. Production guys like to get going at 7. That doesn't mean the owner of the company has to be there at 7 because they're running the job site. So they can come in, they can work a decent day, they have opportunities after work for clubs that they might enjoy or just being with the family. And in many cases, or in some cases anyway, remodelers have actually been working 4 days out of the week as opposed to working a full 5-day week. And so it really does amount, or it does help the business owner free up time. The other important thing is, leisure is really great, but the really important thing, I think, is that now the remodeler has the opportunity to stop focusing on the job site and focus on what the business is doing. And so what that does is it gives them the opportunity, instead of just running on the treadmill, to stop the treadmill and actually deal with some of the inherent problems that are true in any business until somebody deals with them. So by giving the responsibility to that lead carpenter out on the job site, it frees up leisure time, but it also frees up time for the business owner then to work on the business part of the company, as opposed to constantly answering the phone, running out, trying to solve a problem on the job site, and not having time to deal with the systems of the company. And the systems are what are going to make it really a successful company long term.
So Tim, we're wrapping up this afternoon out on the porch, and what I'm hoping is can you give us today's silver bullet? We're talking about the advantages of using the system for the homeowner, for the carpenter, for the remodeler. What's your silver bullet today?
I'd have to say it's communication, and I think two reasons. One is that everybody wants to know what's going on and not wait for the information. That's the biggest problem, is that people usually have to wait. And so with the Lead Carpenter system, the client can know very quickly what's going on, the lead carpenter knows what's going on, the business owner knows what's going on. The other aspect of communication is that by communicating, we solve problems. And we all know there's going to be problems or opportunities, depending on how you look at them, on every job we do. But by communicating, we solve those problems. And that's what the client really needs, and the contractor as well as the lead carpenter.
Tim, thanks for being here on the porch with me this afternoon.
It was great talking about this stuff.
Good to be with you.